Hi. Okay, so I really want to talk about how to process a breakup, even though you still really want to be with that person. And so what inspired me about this is I'm going through like a solid breakup today. That's why I look like I was crying, because I was. We were gonna talk today and he spent the day with someone else and decided to text me at 6 o'clock after waiting all day, saying he had to think about things and he didn't know what he wanted. Trust me, I'm not taking him back. It's not happening. He can think about it all he wants. He has all the time in the world. I'm not gonna be there. And yeah, okay, so let's see. So what inspired me to make this video? I know, awkward eye contact, trying not to like be weird. So what inspired me was I seen another girl make a video about this, but he left the country. And I was like, you know, that's devastating, especially if the family like didn't want her in the family because of cultural differences. She was like blonde and Caucasian, gorgeous and successful, but she had that ripped out like a fresh toenail. That would hurt so much. So this one is torture because he's like 20 minutes away. Like he can just come over and have a conversation with me. But that's not the case. It's been dead for a while. Like we hadn't had contact in a month, but we weren't sure if we still had feelings. I know for a fact, like I still really care. And I expressed this. I said, I really want this to work because we clicked so well. But my trauma wounds, I'm gonna admit that, like my insecurity, I met this guy and I'm just like attracted to him, like a full send attracted, and scared that other people feel this way about him. I don't know if he was mutually attracted. I don't think he was, but that is a child abandonment thing, and that's what's making it hard for me to like not feel these feelings. And that's why I want to talk about this. This comes from an abandonment wound, wanting someone to love you even though they have no obligation to, right? And I I really cried it out today before I made this video. I'm like, we have to talk about how to be okay with this situation. I know it's because of another person. He took a lot of time away from me seeing someone else, and I seen the messages. I was just patient and waiting, and it's not that I wanted to be the pick-me one. I wanted him to be confident in his decision, and he waited so long to make this decision that I eventually grew feelings. I was by his side waiting and just having fun and laughing and enjoying life with this guy, and he's still spending time with someone else that he feels a stronger connection to. Not posting me, no relationship, not even following each other. He has me blocked on everything. That should have been the first sign. That should have been the first sign for me. So I don't think I have like actual love for this guy. I think I have more of a trauma bond. And luckily he's not as attached to me, so him ignoring me, it makes this so much easier to get over. Like, I'm actually kind of grateful. I know it like sounds really painful, but I'm actually kind of grateful. I need this. I need him to ignore me. I need him to show me he doesn't give a fuck, so that I can take that energy, I can pull myself back and just give it to myself. I'm having a really hard time concentrating on work because him and I are stuck together for life. Like there's no not having each other in our lives, you know? I'm not going to talk about that, but yeah, we were engaged and everything. Like there was marriage being planned and we had our wedding guest list and everything. So this is a really hard thing to process. Like trying to process that. Yeah, trying to process that I was going to try and spend the rest of my life with someone who wasn't fully there, you know? It was really nice hearing him reject me. My intuition was correct. He didn't feel the same way. So it was painful because I waited all day for him today. And then at 6 o'clock, he's like, yeah, I can't do this. It shouldn't be this hard to be in love. I can't do this. I need time to think about this. And me, I didn't get upset. Other girls would be so mad, freaking out, screaming. And that's how I was in the past with him. I'm not gonna lie. I would get so mad. Like, why are you acting like this? Like, what is going on? Admit your feelings. Admit you don't care about me. But in his head, he wasn't ready. And I think he had a little bit of fear about admitting it. And that's what builds trauma bonds, is the fear of not telling the truth and then the fear of letting go. These are really toxic relationships. I didn't script this, and it's probably just gonna be a quick 10-minute video. But this... he was the one who said it. Like, he was cute. He called us a double flames. I don't know if we are. Like, I had a reading. But why? Like, how come it feels so karmic? How come it feels like I'm just supposed to learn a lesson, you know? You don't always have to be with your twin flame. You don't always have to be. I'm really confused right now because I thought I met my twin flame. I thought I had him in the bag and, you know, we were on our journey. Then I met this guy and he can read my mind. We like the same things. We can just sit and be bored in the house and there's no drama. Whenever we touch each other, it feels like light electricity, but it's beautiful. It's like we're not touching each other and it's floaty. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know, man. I'm so confused. Anyway, hearing him say he wasn't interested, that was so good to hear. I was able to finally tell him, okay, you know what? I respect that. I like felt it. I knew this, and it took me a long time to be able to reach this state of saying, I'm okay with this, and I know you really want someone else, and that's okay. Like, please go be happy and stop worrying about me. He was worried about leaving me and making me stress out and harm my body and my state, you know? He didn't want that. He wanted me to be healthy, and that was really considerate, but it was hurting me. You can't stay with someone and not love them, you know? You can't expect someone to feel healthy and happy and supported if you're not there with your heart. Like, if you don't love someone but you don't want to hurt them, the best thing to do is just be like, I'm not here. Like, I don't feel this way. You need, if you are this person holding on to someone and you're not there and you feel like it's just money or you're scared for them to get sick or hurt themselves, stop doing that. You're making them more sick. You're hurting themselves. It made me really sick the whole time we were together. I was losing weight. My mental health just wasn't okay. I was constantly insecure because he was always thinking about someone else. Like, I wasn't it for him. And it's not that I wanted to be it. It's that I wanted him to admit to himself, you aren't the girl. I don't care about this relationship, but I don't want to hurt you. That's what he needed to say in order to get this done, right? Anyway, the conversation we had was really nice. He was finally able to say, it's not for me. And I cried, I let it out, I processed it, I expressed love, and just told him, like, you know what, I am grateful I met you, because even though it wasn't real, that was nice. Like, my past boyfriends never ever gave a fuck about me. Sure, this guy didn't take me out on dates, no flowers, nothing special. I moved into his house. Like, I rented a room and we ended up like really clicking, but no social media, like nothing. I was basically the secret one when he was not sure if he could be with this other girl. So he discovered he wants to be with her. They worked it out and now he knows how he feels. But I'm in the mix and it's like, okay, my childhood abandonment manifested me in this situation. And I asked God to help me heal this last little bit of wounds. So it's been a rough week for me. I know I keep saying I'm going to get my projects done for people, but when I start talking in the meditations, I start to cry. Because it's like I'm talking about releasing and letting go, and also my voice cracks and a tear rolls, and I'm like, I can't even do my projects. Like, I need to have this conversation with this guy. And I'm not gonna lie, I actually, in my heart, I feel love for this person, so that's why this is like so intense for me. I wholeheartedly invest in everything, but in the past, they didn't invest back. They never nourished me back. They love bombed me and disappeared and cheated. This guy, he didn't love bomb me. He was actually genuine. The way he looked at me starry-eyed and wouldn't let me break up with him in the beginning. And finally, he realized he wanted someone else more. And that's okay. I pushed him to that state. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. I'm disgusting. Oh my God. I'm so embarrassed. I'm sorry. Why do they do this to me? Body. Ugh. Anyway. Yeah, I did this to myself. I think it needed to happen. I think I needed to push him out the door and realize he didn't want anyone else. I needed to push him towards this person. That's where I'm going with this. Like, I didn't freak out. I didn't get mad. He didn't tell me there's another person, but I seen his phone. I seen that he said she needs to leave a certain person and he's always gonna love her and want her. So I was like, ugh. Okay, what am I? What? I know I look like this steak, but am I actually the coleslaw? You know, like I was confused. I just flowed with it because dang, the way he loved me or attached himself to me, it felt like it. It felt so comfortable, you know? It was nice. I'm so grateful. 11/11 when I said that. I know what like it feels to have someone care about you. I know what it feels like to want someone for someone to want you to come home, you know? That's nice. I've never had that before, so thank you. And I know it's gonna happen one day for me, but this is a trauma wound video. So I processed it. I didn't get mad at him. I didn't say I knew it. I was just like, we needed this. We needed to reach this point to just not be together, even though we're tied for life, right? Even though there's no way we're leaving each other's lives. I didn't script this video, so I'm kind of just rambling. And if you guys have a trauma bond that you don't understand, go ahead and share it. Like, I don't mind. I like having conversations with strangers. And there's a lot of people right now going through crazy breakups. People that they've been with for like years or for a year, and it felt like it was serious. There was something going on here, and you guys had babies, and all of a sudden, crash, boom, someone realizes they're not in love like they thought they were, and they want to go somewhere else, or else they're starting to feel curious about other people. This is your green light. Do it. Let go of that person. If you feel like this on the inside, and if you think this person isn't your home, if you are absolutely not sure, you're hurting both of you. It's hurting them more because they're confused. This is a form of gaslighting, manipulation, keeping someone there when you're not there. It's draining. Like, look at my face. This is what I look like after like waiting for this guy. Yeah. His, you know, he admitted, he's like, I felt guilt, like I didn't want to hurt you, I didn't want your health to decline. And it's like, you know what, my health was declining even more with making me think you cared, like staying when you didn't want to, when you wanted to be somewhere else, right? So don't let it get to this point. Don't let it get to the point where someone breaks down and is in like major pain, because I know I'm gonna be hurting for the next week. Like, it's pre-shadow breakup and then post-shadow for me. I needed to get this video. You guys need to hear what it's like to be the one that's not being told the truth. And it's not targeting anyone, because I know a few of my friends are confused. Like, I don't know how to do this. I don't know what to do. We built a life together. Take the steps. Have the talk. You gotta let them go, because not everyone's gonna be like me. Not everyone's gonna be like, okay, you know what, I love you, and I'm so glad you said this, because now I can let go. I can go hurt. I can process this. There's gonna be people who are like, who the fuck is she? Who is she? Who are they? Who are you seeing? They're gonna go after your phone and everything. They still have many lessons. You've learned yours. You know what you want. You know your feelings. Don't let this discourage you from going off and finding your own thing. Don't let it make you think it's love. That's not love. Someone getting mad at you for not having feelings for them is someone who is in desperation mode, trauma mode. They're still acting high from areas that are unhealed, and that's not meant to be. Someone fighting for you in that way, That's not good. That's time to let go. And, you know, if they can't talk it out with you, I do think like it's hard because they're going to end up harassing you and watching you continuously. So I'm really glad that me and this guy, we stayed in this state of right until it was absolutely dead. Like, I know he's good. He's moving on. He's just like sad about his like hurting me, and that's okay. Like, it's nice that he expressed that. It's nice that he still has care and concern. And now it's my turn to go let it go. And I'm really excited because when I finally let things go, oh, it feels so good. It feels so good. Like, I'm never gonna have feelings for this guy again. And all I need is like a couple weeks, because we did nothing but express love for each other. And we have a very fun adventure ahead of us, right? Like, this is the first time I've ever had a healthy breakup. Like, it wasn't healthy in the beginning. Like, he blocked me and there was no contact for a month. And when there was contact, I was insecure. Like, I know you're seeing someone else. It's okay. Like, we're still good. And just reassuring him was okay, because I can feel her. I can feel someone. But he doesn't believe I'm psychic. He thinks he's good at hiding things. And I'm really, no, guys, I know it seems cheesy and weird. I always tried to encourage my exes. Like, I know you want to be with someone else. Go be with them. My Vancouver Island ex fucking hated me for knowing that he wanted other people. And he wanted to keep me in his back pocket. You guys shouldn't do that to people. That destroys people. My mental health was so fucked up from that, from being lied to and then sneaking off to see me, meanwhile telling me he doesn't care about the girl. Don't do that to people. That's so heavy on the brain and energy. Energy is real. We can feel it. Even if we're not like super spiritual, we can feel it. It fucking hurts. Being told you're the one when there is seriously another one. It hurts. You're sucking the life out of someone. So I don't know if this was a trauma bond or not. He called us double flames, and I believe it, because the things I felt with him, like the way our skin touched, it was like air between us and tingly and electric. And then we could read each other's minds, or I would feel something in the day, and it'd be just like, it'd put me in a starry state, and later we would talk and he'd be like, see, I knew you would feel that. And I'm like, I knew it was you. And then yeah, I would be thinking about something I wanted for dinner, and he would say it out loud, and it's just like, okay, I know who you are. And it felt like home. It felt safe. But we had too much trauma to be together. So sometimes, like, if you're on the twin flame journey and that's what you're thinking your person is, there is still like signs of life and love, but sometimes it's like, it's just not meant to be. It's not this lifetime. He's really young, and I want him to go explore. I am like gonna be 31 this year, and I'm so ready to just cook for someone and stay home and work, and have my babies there. He wants to adventure. He wants to travel the world and adventure, and I can't do that. I don't want to leave the country. I have a big plan to have a family, So I don't know, this kind of went from like a trauma bond. Twin flames can have trauma bonds. They can't like let go of each other. They keep going back to that toxic habit. But when you finally purge it and you can both admit, this isn't good. You guys, I don't know I don't know how it works. I haven't read about this part. Like, I don't know if twin flames end up getting back together down the road in life, or if they're like, okay, we did this. Our contract is done. We're going to go off in different lives. Is that like twin flames? I think there's a big yellow cord you can't get rid of. I still feel deep love for this man, but he doesn't feel love for me. So who knows? Maybe this is because I asked to have this contract cleared for my life. I'm not gonna lie. I prayed to God. Maybe that was it. Maybe it was him ending the contract. Who knows? But yeah, if you guys are going through some kind of trauma bond, some kind of cycle, there's always going to be one party. If you both aren't on the same page, there's always going to be one party who's pissed and going to stalk you. Just know that their wounds are too heavy and deep to process this breakup. They can't, and you're going to end up with a hater anyway. You're going to end up with someone hating on your relationship. I've seen it so many times, and it's probably going to be for the rest of your life. Especially if you have like a super, like a child or something. Their souls are really young. Their soul, like, not the children, of course they're young, but the ones who just don't want to let it go, and they keep fighting to get answers out of you, like feeling like you owe them something when really you don't owe them shit, and you never did. They walk around like that, like, you broke my heart, you should fix this, you should be with me, even though they're angry at you. They're angry at you, but they want answers. They want submission, and that's not healthy. We can't submit. So yeah, I hope this helps someone process. And for the people who are feeling really bitter towards someone and they want answers out of them, we have to process, like, we're not entitled to getting an answer out of them. Closure doesn't have to happen. We don't deserve it. We want it. We crave it, and it's going to feel good when we get it. But there's a lesson in that. We need to pick ourselves up, and we need to keep moving forward. We need to cry it out. We need to go punch some punching bags, get a kickboxing class, get a gym membership, start running, go for a bike ride, do coloring with your kids, do some yoga with the babies, you know what I mean? Take your dogs for a walk every day for like how long? Just find connection with self in some way if you can. Don't sit there waiting for this person and thinking about them and watching their page, because 90% of the time, if someone's made up their mind like that, the only reason they'd come back is because they can feel you kind of pulling on them, and they're like curious if it's something. And also, when you pull your energy back, and you heal from it. If you're the one who tried so hard in the beginning, you're the chaser, and then all of a sudden you pull back, you're like, months later, I'm like, you know what? I let this go. They're gonna feel you pull back, the one who's hiding away, and they might come back. You can choose to run the cycle again, or you can choose to find peace in this. If you feel obligated or obliged to do it again, I don't know, go ahead. You know, we all have destinies, we all have journeys, we all have lessons, right? For me, this was a cycle breaker. I'm nearly 31 in September, and this was a cycle break for me. Like, him leaving me hanging until 6 p.m. because he was busy doing something else way more important. It was like, why do I pick people like this? Why do I pick people who like have something better to do, you know? But then, yeah, like, that was a big lesson for me. It's because I'm a dumbass. Like, I'm just gonna straight up say it. Wow, stupid. Why was I like waiting for this guy all day and he wasn't even excited to see me? I should have just listened to my intuition at noon when I knew he stopped replying and said bye. But you know what? I'm gonna say this. A lot of you might understand this. That I probably waited because intuitively I knew there was going to be a conversation. We just started talking again after a month. It was like one day, and he finally said, I'm not into this. I don't want you. I just don't want to hurt you. And that's what we needed. If you guys can get that closure talk, hell yes. But if you can't, don't wait for it, because this is what it's going to end up like. You're going to be waiting 6 hours for someone really excited with your makeup and hair done, and they're going to text you and be like, or else they're just not going to text you, they're going to ghost you, and it's going to be even worse. Don't give yourself false hope. You got to accept a cycle for what it is, and I think we're all there. And don't feel bad. Don't feel bad for me. I was waiting for this guy to reject me, but he never really did. Like, if I expressed love, he would say, okay, I'm going to do it again. Let's do it again. Don't feel bad for me. Focus on your journey. I didn't do this. Sorry, I keep scratching my boobs. I just realized. I'm really sorry about that. I need to go put on lotion. But yeah, when you break that cycle, it's so freeing. Like, I cried all day. I cried for 6 hours. Him, no texts and nothing. I cried for 6 hours. So that's why my eyes are puffy. And also, I feel like doing a card reading. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a card reading. I'm gonna cleanse my energy so my situation doesn't manifest in it. Come back in a few. This is basically, yeah, a video about living out the toxic cycle. I lived this cycle for like, since I was 17, no, 15. Just addicted to getting them back and having that relationship, but it doesn't belong to me. This wasn't mine, and it always hurt. It always hurts, and I always end up feeling alone. I've felt alone since I was 17. I've never felt loved. Well, this guy, this last one, he actually, I think he was given to me because he was like sweet and just like super cuddly and really attracted to me. It felt like he was really attracted to me, but I guess not. But I had a taste of it, right? Like, every person you get in your life is for a reason. My first one taught me how to stand up and stop being stalked and punched in the head every day. I had to get rid of that. And then the next one, heal being cheated on, heal premeditated resentment about being cheated on. I manifested him being a cheater, though. He wasn't mean to me ever. Like, if I wasn't scared to be cheated on, if he didn't act on his sexual urges, we would have been together to this day. I'm pretty sure. Virgo and Sagittarius, I heard they're good together. He was my favorite relationship if there wasn't cheating. Next, narcissist, because I was so gaslit from being cheated on and lied to and beat. You know, like, I'm not a victim. I manifested. I had no backbone. I couldn't see things for what they were. When I was a little girl, I was sexually abused my whole life, and then I had emotional neglect, and I was constantly lied to with narcissistic family. Every single person in my family was narcissistic and mentally ill in some form, like angry, and thought it was facts or too personal and drama. You know, living on a little settlement. I was not raised in healthy environments. Very manipulative energies, and I don't talk to that family anymore, but this is the result of it. This is how I ended up living, you know, going through the cycles. And yeah, I ended up with a narcissistic relationship. I couldn't even read a book after that one. These toxic cycles, you'll keep going deeper and deeper and deeper until you kill your soul and you're reborn. Does that make sense? Yeah, I hope this helps someone. Like, my videos are never gonna be structured. I'm never gonna be like, don't put me on the stage for no one, because I'm gonna start telling you personal stories so you can relate and see that I'm human too, and I've done fucked up, really lonely things, and I always end up alone. I'm so done, God. I'm ready for something real. Okay, I hope this helped you guys. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna do a tarot now. Bye.